Hello and welcome back to my channel. Today is Thursday and this is my top 10 favourite movies. This is more than just one movie though, this is a whole franchise. A lot of movies in one. And I must say, when Paul Walker died, that's when they should have stopped. But why stop at a good ending when you can make stuff up? That doesn't stop me from going to the cinema to go and watch it because, well, Vin Diesel, whoa, do like him. He's very nice. I've got a wooden round that I've already drawn my picture on. It's a quick sketch, so it does look a bit messy. And I think I've got some resemblance to at least 3 of them, but Letty looks more like Ronda Rousey and not Letty. If you've not watched the film or know about the film, then have you been hiding under a rock? Because it's just been this huge phenomenon, even though people are getting tired of it now. Oh, did you see that keyboard? That keyboard just keeps on falling down, and you'd think I'd have the sense to move it. No, not me. I just keep sliding it back up. Duh. But anyhow, I used tones of grey to do the faces, and I didn't really want much colour on it because I wanted the accent of the lightning, which is what those squiggly lines are on the side, to give some sort of speed. And also the way I drew the car was quite rough, so I wanted it to look like it was actually being fast, hence Fast and Furious. Fast and Furious 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10 and 10.1. And look at those eyes. Oh, it can melt. Oh well. There it goes again, and it's starting to push my wood off the table. But again, do I move it and put it somewhere else? No. I carry on doing what I'm doing, following the wood off the table, and then finally get my hair off, and I'll push it back again in a minute. But hey, these things are sent to try us. But like I said, I've put lots of tones in of grey. And I did try and put an eye in Paul's. And I don't know why I did that, because it just looked ridiculous. In the end, I take it out. But there's, I'm using acrylic paints, just stuff that I've got in my drawers. Nothing special. And as I'm going round with the colours, the colours, it's just tonal greys, so I'm missing little bits out just to give a bit of highlight. And I mean, the creases on Dom's forehead, Vin Diesel, it's just silly. But I do like the finished piece. I do, I really do. But anyway, the film is all about family, and not necessarily family being blood. It's those that you trust to be around you. And it started off as just racing cars, street racing, which I love, fast cars and strange looking cars. I love American cars actually, beefy cars, something with a bit of grunt. You don't get that much over here anymore. Even the beefy cars have been turned into girls. And when I say girls, I mean they've got no grunt. They don't even make a sound anymore. It's just, ugh. Even F1's ridiculously quiet. I do like the film. I love the films. And it was a great shame what happened to Paul Walker. He died doing what he loved though. And like I said, I think they should have stopped at that last film with Paul in, because it was a perfect ending to a good story. And then they've made it all very odd by, there goes the keyboard again, by jumping off of cliffs in cars, falling out the back of aeroplanes in cars, going to space in a car, going on the ice in a car. It's like the story just forgot it was all about street racing and family. It was just, let's see how far we can push this. And I think they pushed it too far. I mean, although saying that, the last film I watched, at the end I was like, put in expletives here, I was swearing. I could not believe what I saw. But then saying that, I said that the last time. Right at the end, it gives you like a hint. And I did say that. I did swear at the last one with Letty being brought back into it. So it does make you want to swear. It does. Especially if you're a fan. And I'm a fan. I love the films. And just because I'm a fan doesn't mean I can't diss it. Because, well, we all know it's way over the top now. Way over the top. But it also is what makes it good. It's like car crash TV. You can't stop looking. I love it. And there's Paul Walker's car, Skyline. And this is going to zoom off the screen very strangely. Because for some reason, I couldn't get it to stay on the same line. But this car was supposed to be Dom's dad's. There's the keyboard again. I am sorry. But and his dad died in a huge fireball on a racing track. And as far as we all were aware, there was only Dom and his sister Mia. And then they brought in John Cena as a brother. Why? Why? Of all the actors, don't get me wrong, John Cena's a lovely guy, but every time I see his face, it makes me smile. I want to laugh. To me, he's more of a comedic actor. I mean, he started off as a blooming wrestler. I mean, just like The Rock, and The Rock's getting everywhere as well. But John Cena, it was just taking the mickey. Making up a story, which they did kind of get it right. They didn't bull as much. Excuse me. But no, not John Cena. Anybody but John Cena. It just took away from the seriousness. Oh, and there's that eye. That stupid eye I drew on Paul. So, that does not stay. But I'm hoping John Cena's not in the next one, but geez. But the added bonus of Jason Momoa. Oh my God. I love that man. I would pay to have him sit on my sofa and do nothing except speak Dothrakian. And if you don't know what that means, it's from Game of Thrones. He was in it for a season. Died. Shamefully. Oh, should have kept him in. He was lovely. Walking around with no shirt on. Oofed. Yes, I am married. Doesn't matter. You can still look. And besides, he's a star. He was never going to meet me. This lightning, I didn't like it. It looked a bit flat. So I added a bit of a lighter colour blue on the top. And then I decided I didn't like that either. So, before it even dried, I think I used some UV resin, and there's that keyboard. And nope, still didn't move it, just kept putting it back up. And I kept having to change my brushes because my brushes were too thick. There's my UV resin. And this light, brilliant. Thank you, Mrs. You know who you are. And it's great because you could just slide it in and it's fine, and you can put it at all sort of different angles. But the UV resin, it's just cheap stuff from Temu. I'm not particularly overly keen on it, which is why I'm using it as a liner, really. I mean, it's nice enough, it's just, I don't know, I guess I wanted more than that. The bottles are tiny. Now, I was thinking, what do I do with this cross? And I was going to just put some resin over the top and leave it at that. But I put some glitter in with my finger just to rub it over nicely, just to make the diamonds on it sparkle a little bit. And it did work, and it looked nice with the resin on, but I did decide to flood coat it. I flood coated the whole lot. So yeah, it's now stood up in my living room on a little plaque holder thing. I like it, but if you can see here, I'm putting a bit of UV around the sides so that when I flood coat it with the UV, which is absolute pants, it's rubbish, then it wouldn't fall off. But what I ended up having to do was flood coat it with epoxy after that, because it didn't coat right. Anyway, I hope you've enjoyed this. I hope you like what I've made, and thank you to my subscribers and everybody who comments and likes. I appreciate you all. Thank you very much, and I'll see you next time. Bye.